the time of the tornado?
I was at home.
And what's your name? I'm sorry?
Stuart.
Stuart. So you were home the day of the tornado. Did you have pre-warnings?
We heard the sirens going off, and I was in my bedroom upstairs. And usually I'm the type of person that goes outside to see when the sirens go off, which is what I did. And they were blaring really loud. I came out in the backyard here, and rain was going sideways and blowing really, really hard. And the sirens seemed like they changed pitch. I don't know why, but they just seemed like they sounded funny after a few minutes. And I thought, well, maybe this isn't such a good idea. So I went inside to go down to the basement. I got about halfway down the basement steps when the windows started popping.
Oh, wow. Were you at home by yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And so you, at that point, what'd you do from?
Well, I debated in my head whether I should go in the basement all the way down there or just stay right where I just stayed right where I was halfway down the steps, because if I went down in the basement, it's a 100-year-old house, and I figured if it really is a tornado, it could land right on my head. So I just sat on the steps and waited.
Okay. And how long were you in the basement?
Less than 5 minutes, I would say.
Okay. And what was your next thoughts or steps to do after you thought it was safe to go back up?
Well, there was this big whumping sound, like it seemed like the whole house lifted up and dropped, and you could hear all the vents in the furnace whimper, like a gong, and then things started banging around upstairs, and then you heard all these snapping sounds, like pencils breaking. That was all the trees going down in the street. And then when it went away, I got up, went out, walked around the house, noticed all the glass everywhere. The furniture had all flown around the room in the living room, and actually an easy chair flew out of the living room into the neighboring room. The pictures on the wall didn't even move. I had bookshelves with a bunch of books. They all stayed exactly where they were. But all the windows cracked, broke on the ground floor, and the plaster on the walls towards the center of the house shattered because the whole house had twisted, and all the interior plaster on the ground floor shattered and broke. So I had to get all that replaced.
And so how have things been going for you now that it's months have passed and you're just trying to pick up everything?
Well, they've got the exterior of the house done. The interior they're going to be doing next. The contractor I signed up with has 5 or 6 different houses he's working on.
In this area?
Yeah. And so it's been kind of slow since then. The siding went really fast, but everything else has been pretty slow.
Okay, and are you getting all the assistance that you...
I'm not getting... the insurance company is paying its share, but as far as assistance from the city and that sort of thing, no. I'm not getting anything from them.
How do you feel as a community the tornado affected this community?
On the one hand, people seem to know each other now. Before this happened, I didn't know who anyone was on this street. Since then, the day after the tornado, everybody started to meet each other while they were trying to clear out all the trees and all that sort of thing. So I think it had a positive effect as far as that goes. But we've lost all our trees, and that's something. It's still funny when you pull into the street here and you don't see any of the trees. There used to be a giant tree every house down the street. So that's very different.
Yeah, you don't notice that, and that's what the girls kept saying. There's no trees.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for doing this interview with us, and we hope that everything works out for you, and we're glad you were safe through that time. And
sure.
Well, thank you.
All right, thank you.